not just.
We could.
But staff will not know what clarification's needed based on, you're just picking out initiatives, right?
That's why I'm really confused. If, my understanding was that you want, by Wednesday, you would want, responses from trustees to know which initiatives we needed clarification on. Then you would prepare that, bring it on Monday, we would get that clarification, and then at a later date, we would do a final, like, yay, nay kind of thing. If
I
we
have a
want-
question about that though.
Well, then, could we just get,
Yeah.
could we just get an answer to my question?
Answer Ann's questions, then we'll go to President Rosick. Mark?
Well, I mean, you're asking for clarification without identifying what you want clarified. That's the quagmire I would find myself in.
I would think we would have to tell you what we wanted clarified.
Okay, can I
President
ask?
Rosick? Yeah.
Like tonight, there wasn't a lot of clarification, it was more of, I'm not really sure that's something that we want staff to work on, it's just a priority issue. So I hear the structure that we're creating of, we need to put in the questions about clarification, when if I had one, it's not clarifying it, it's, I wanna speak with the board and staff, administration, to see what that means in relation to the other initiatives. So most of the time it'll probably be 2 or 3 that we discuss. We'll have to discuss, but I think it's beneficial that this is the one time that the board gets to talk with each other on, you know, what we feel is priority for our administration to be working on call to us. And so it might not be a clarification question is all I'm saying, and I don't want to limit it to that. I just, if I found one or Trustee Mama or anyone found one, they just thought, well, how much time did this really take? And, you know, I want to get to know the board members, what they feel on that. And priority, I want to be able to have that option.
And just to chime in quickly here, I'm just kind of build on both those last comments. I do like kind of the idea of being able to discuss the next meeting. I do think in terms of process, Trustee McKay has a good point in that I think we're gonna need clarification at the next board meeting, but we might need, just in terms of the committee and staff initiatives, we might need to come back at a later date and discuss whether we wanna go a different way for them, and I'd be in support of that.
Well, I also think, we haven't really given direction. I mean, we kind of talked and now have a better sense of what everybody thinks, but we haven't really like identified 5 top for 2020. So I don't know if that's, do you need that direction?
Yeah, because we can't do all of them.
Right, so at what point
There's a-
do you want that, like, top 5 kind of, that ranking?
On July 1st.
Oh, on July,
Yeah.
see, that's great.
Yeah, so that's, you know,
That's a long discussion though.
Yeah, I applaud that, and I'm glad that we had 2 meetings on this, that's a start. But, I just feel like the next meeting, if there was, maybe there's only 1 or 2, and then we could go right into prioritization. I like Trustee Amanta's idea of bringing your top 5 to discuss. I think that's how we're gonna end up prioritizing. We don't need to go through all of them, but for committee and staff, there's significant efforts going on, and if someone wants to talk about those before we bring our top 5, when do you get to do that? Through an email?
Well, and the top 5 are not just our top 5. I mean, the village manager has identified a number of things, so I think we have to, you know, we have to incorporate those too.
So to kind of, to try to bring this back around, so in terms of the staffing committee, is it still something where we feel comfortable in the process being, we review them and we specify that which we have questions on, so that we can get those questions answered at the July 1st meeting?
Yeah.
And the July 1st meeting then is to really try to get to our top 5.
I
Some of them I
support
had,
Mm-hmm.
some of them I had questions, other ones are just ones I would like to discuss, like we've discussed the board ones. If we're just,
Meaning you
Items.
support them?
no, I may not support, and I think I'd like to see if there's a consensus on,
Oh.
I don't have a lot, a few,
Yeah,
but I thought our discussion was good,
Oh, okay.
so there's some consensus, or where we're at on, you know.
I mean, I think they're 2 separate things. I mean, I think we all agree we wanna have some review of the committee department ones, just like Mike said, but then the whole question of, well, what kind of direction do we wanna give for 2020? I mean, a longer and a bigger conversation. I don't know that we could get all that done on July 1st. Maybe we have to do that on July 15th.
Do we have enough,
That was my point.
Rebecca, do you think we have enough direction for now in terms of how we wanna handle July first, and maybe some carry over to July 15th?
If you carry some over, then we'll split the, cow into talking about vehicle policy and finishing this, but then we're kinda out of time. If you wanna separate the process, we've designed it in a way that separates the process, so, and I just wanna be respectful of everybody's time involved.
Don't we have vehicle policy on 2 meetings? It's not twice.
No, we dropped it, it was supposed to start, on July first, but we replaced it by concluding prioritization on July first, and moved it solely just to the 15th.
And
So,
vehicle prior, is that just, that's meeting in the budget, right? That's, we're gonna be talking about that regardless.
right, so that's one thing that we're trying to review prior to, going into the budget, so that there would be some, acknowledgement of how we were gonna proceed in terms of including things within the, operating and capital. But I think that it is doable, you know, and we had a pre-meeting on it today, you know, and we're, you know, discussing, you know, the whole cow on the 15th is set aside for vehicle policy. And I think it's very realistic to be able to accomplish that within 45 minutes and devote the other 45 minutes to, wrapping up on
Okay.
prioritization.
Well, I had a question to Rebecca earlier. Can we determine or vote in the cows? We cannot for prioritization, so we would have to bring it to the board anyways. So if we don't finish, can't we bring it to the board? I mean, just put it on the board agenda? Which you don't have to be on anyways?
We can do that.
I'm just asking.
I just feel like prioritization, you know, it's been good that we've had priorities and we've all sort of been on the same page this year as to what we wanted to accomplish. And like, we know what we're working on when we're talking to residents to be able to communicate that. So, I mean, prioritization is important. I mean, I think we kind of spent too much time on it last year, but I don't want to give it short shrift this year because it's really a foundational exercise that we have to go through. So, I'll just make that comment. I don't have the schedule in front of me, so.
And we have to pick 5 out of every
I didn't
year.
specify, I don't know, I didn't specify any level sort of, and by the way, thank you so much for your comments. Just your comments in general, that was very
I
nice.
have priorities.
So no, there wasn't, you know, it was really, there's been a lot of discussion amongst the board about how they wanna go about doing it. You know, and so some people, you know, wanna pick 5, other people wanna discuss, and there's never been some collectiveness to that, but.
We did decide on this in the last meeting when David or trustee Amenta said, with 5, and I remember having this conversation and everyone was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But if we're changing that, that's fine.
I'm okay, I support just picking our top, I think that's the cleanest way to do it, just pick your top 5.
The whole
Yeah,
list?
everyone can-
Yeah,
I think it has to be like our list and the village
Yeah, I think
manager.
yeah,
Well,
ours
but
and-
what about planning department too?
Yeah, I mean,
there's-
everybody,
yeah.
we could,
We
other
haven't
things
talked
drop
Well,
out.
this, you know, we're kind of at the same problem we had last
Yeah,
year,
you
where
know.
we have, you know, a lot of the DPW ones are like ongoing things. At least we got capital projects for the most part out of there, but, you know, so we're again back in the position of, you know, apples and oranges and, but I don't know, maybe we can come in, given all that, and come in with like just the 5 that we feel the strongest about that we want to do, and start from there.
And fingers crossed that there's some, you know,
I
significant
think there's gonna,
overlap.
I think we're gonna come
And-
to a consensus.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah, I think there's gonna be some similarities in our list.
probably 1, 2, and 3. We might have difficulties on 4 and 5, but 1, 2, and 3.
And I nominate trustee Amenta that if you get any other ideas about how we can chunk it out or something, you always, I think, come up with like practical
I can, okay,
process stuff and,
except I have to do by Wednesday. I don't know if I have to do that by
I
Wednesday.
know. I'm
It's
sure
like
I will.
36 hours.
Okay, well, let's get, sorry.
You can move to adjourn.
So we have to have our 5 by Wednesday, or is this another question?
No, questions by
Questions.
Wednesday.
Questions
By
are-
Wednesday.
What, so we're gonna try to do, well, so on the 15th, we'll try to set aside some time to prioritize for 2020? Okay, that's better, I guess.
So the first is still.
Yeah, but I think
Cal.
I think it's important for you guys to have share your 5.
Yeah.
First, to get that out, because it may
Yeah.
go very quickly. I think you're gonna be surprised by
How
how
much
quickly
agreement?
some
Yeah.
do go.
So be prepared to share our top 5
Mhm.
for the first, and then confirming that.
On the 15th.
Okay.
And if you have questions relative to a committee initiative or a staff initiative, if you could send me your question so that we could appropriately field it,
Mm-hmm.
that would be very helpful. It just allows us, there's a lot on there, so it allows us to be,
So basically the goal is to have everybody be able to make informed ranking. And I guess if something is that hard to understand by next week, by Wednesday, then maybe it's not something that we're ready for, you know?
We have to talk about it a little more.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it
All right.
sounds like we have a plan going forward.
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just want to thank staff for being here.
Yeah.
This is
I know, this
really-
was a really long
I
night for you
know.
guys, and you
Yeah, I
were
know.
like at the ready, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, I guess you go to a vote now, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I
We are
are you,
adjourned.
would you suppose?
No, wait,